Brazil's first World Cup opener loss since 1934. That's how close it came. Picture it, the five-time champions, the most decorated team in football history, 90-something minutes into their tournament opener, and they're hanging on for dear life against Morocco. And the only reason they survived comes down to two men. One who scored a goal you'll watch on loop, and one who made a save you almost didn't see coming. Let me back up, because most people assume a story like this starts with Brazil dominating. Not quite. Morocco took the game to Brazil from the first whistle, leading the shot count 5-1 within the opening 10 minutes. Read that again. The Atlas Lions outshot Brazil 5-1 before some fans had even sat down. This wasn't a brave underdog parking the bus. This was a team that genuinely believed it was better. And here's the part many people miss. Morocco walked in with a brand new coach. Mohamed Wabi replaced Walid Regragui as Morocco head coach just 3 months ahead of the World Cup. A guy whose biggest claim to fame was winning the Under-20 World Cup. You'd think a rookie coach against Brazil means caution. Instead, total fearlessness. So the goal felt inevitable. Morocco got off to a blistering start when Brahim Diaz picked up a loose ball in midfield to thread a perfect pass between two of the best center-backs in world football, Gabriel and Marquinhos, towards Ismael Saibari. And then the cheeky part, the midfielder collected, settled his nerve, and stood up Alisson before dinking the ball over him. 21st minute. 1-0 Morocco. In the World Cup, against Brazil. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Brazil, so often called a team of individuals, needed exactly that, one individual. And they have arguably the best on the planet. Vinícius Júnior was the one to stand up to the pressure, as the winger exchanged passes with Bruno Guimarães and cut inside to shape a lovely strike into the top corner against the run of play. The 32nd minute. 1-1. Total silence from his finish to the net rippling. It sounds simple. Superstar bails out his team. Classic Brazil. But here's a stat that flips it. This is the first game in which Vinícius Júnior has scored for Brazil, which has not ended in victory. The previous 8 occasions all helped secure a win. So even his magic, the thing that always meant 3 points, this time, it only bought survival. Why couldn't Brazil just take over after that? You'd assume the champions wake up. And in the second half they did look better, but the numbers from the first half told the real story. At halftime, Brazil had the majority of the possession, but it was Morocco that had generated more expected goals, 1.2 to Brazil's 0.85. Translation: Brazil had the ball, but Morocco had the chances. Possession is comfort. Chances are danger. Remember that new coach with the fearless message? It held all the way to the final whistle. Deep into stoppage time, Morocco went for the win, the actual win. And this is the second man in our story. An incredible moment for Brazil goalkeeper Alisson. He knocks away a shot by El Aynaoui before stopping the attempt by Amaimouni. A double save, back-to-back, in the dying seconds. The same Alisson who'd been chipped earlier was now the only reason Brazil didn't lose. And that's the twist. We opened with Brazil's worst-case scenario, their first opening game defeat since 1934. Vinícius Júnior's mesmerizing strike spared Brazil a first defeat in a World Cup opener since 1934, as the record 5-time champions earned a point against impressive Morocco. A point, not a win. A rescue. Here's the memorable bit. Morocco's 2022 run to the semifinals got dismissed by plenty of people as a fluke, a lucky bracket. Brazil and Morocco are the only top 10 teams to meet in the first round of the expanded 48-nation tournament, and there will not be much to separate them when all is said and done. So if you came in thinking Morocco was a feel-good story, leave knowing this: they didn't survive Brazil. Brazil survived them. If you want more World Cup stories, where the scoreline hides the truth, subscribe, because this group just got dangerous, and Brazil knows it.